Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today we're going to be starting our showcase of Hody Jones. So OP06 Hody Jones. And this leader is a fishman leader that says activate main. You may rest this leader, rest up to one of your opponent's characters that cost 3 or less, or one of their done. Then during this turn, you cannot add life cards to your hand through your own effects. At first, you're thinking, okay, what, is this really worth it? Like resting my leader? The answer is yes, because the idea is that the whole Hody Jones package, the new Fishman Pirates, they have abilities that require you to take a life after you activate them. It's not a cost, which means that you can use them when you have 0 life, but it does mean that it's an effect that needs to happen when you do play these abilities. So the whole idea with Hody Jones and this deck is that you trigger the leader ability, allowing you to use your other new Fishman Pirates ability. So for example, we can use Hody Jones' ability, rest my leader, and then I can go ahead and play the Ikaros, which says I can play up to 1/4 cost or lower Fishman from my hand, and then add the top card of my life to my hand. So by doing the Hody Jones ability, I don't have to take the life. I can just play this and get another Fishman for free. Where it really becomes powerful is when you start talking about Daruma and Hyouzou, which I think are the best cards in this Hody Jones package. So if you read the Daruma, it says you give a down to Daruma. When you attack once per turn, you actually get to restand. You get to restand, so you pretty much get 2 attacks out of this. It does say you have to add the top card of your life, so again, that's where the Hody Jones ability comes into play. This also get 1k, so it becomes a 6k attack twice. And even though you rested your leader, now you have this Daruma that can restand, so you pretty much still get 2 attacks out of your units. And then the Hyouzou is really the other key card of this deck, allowing you to just rest any of your opponent's units that cost 4 or less, while also getting 1,000. So this rest one of your opponent's blockers, gives itself 1,000, so then you have a 7k attacker. And yeah, again, there's no downside because you don't get to add a card from the top of your life if you trigger the Hody Jones. And of course, there's the 7 cost Hody Jones, which I think is one of the best cards in green in general. Like, this card is crazy. It's a rush card, which I believe is the first rush card that green gets, and it lets you rest any 2 characters that the opponent has. So like literally, again, you don't have to worry about the downside because you're gonna be not getting a card from your life because of the Hody Jones. So you get to just rest to the opponent's units and just slam into their face with this rush attack, and it can be really powerful. Now, this deck is not gonna be like crazy meta. Unfortunately, it gets too punished. It gets too punished by black because it is important for you to have your Daruma and your Hyouzous stay alive on the field, right? Like again, the Daruma doesn't have rush, so you need to have this stay alive for 1 turn to be able to actually get the value of the double attack or the restand, right? Not really double attack, it's just the restand. The problem is that if you're going against black, this only has 3 costs. So if you're going against Sakazuki, it's very easy for them to just attack with Sakazuki, get it onto 2 costs, then pop this with a Hand Blaze or a Lushi. If you're going against Gecko Moira, it's really easy for them to play Great Eruption, get this down to 1 cost, and just play the Absalom to kill it. So it's not likely for this card to last more than 1 turn, and I think it's what makes this deck weak into the current OP06 meta. Against other decks, though, that are not black, I think this deck actually feels very powerful. Because you just get so much value with stuff like Hyouzou, Daruma, and Hody Jones that you get to put so much pressure. So like I kind of like this deck against yellow, for example, because you just get to put so much pressure into them, and you get to just ignore all their blockers because you can just rest them with Hyouzou. So it's a give and take. You're good against certain colors, you're really bad into other colors, and that's what makes this deck super inconsistent. Aside from what I've been just talking about with the Fishman Pirates combos, the other parts of this deck include Vander Decken. So this card is actually super crazy because it lets you just KO any rested character. So even if the opponent has a 10 cost Doflamingo or a 10 cost Big Mom, if it's rested, you can trash any Fishman from your hand or a Noah's Ark from your deck or your hand and just be able to KO that. which can be pretty nuts at being able to quickly get rid of an opponent's big unit in a pinch, right? So that's why we add this card here. The Noah the Arcs we play 2 of because you can synergize with the Vander Decken, and he also has a pretty cool trigger effect where you can just rest all the opponent's stuff. We do play other defensive spells so that we're not kind of making ourselves too vulnerable, because if you notice, we're not playing any blockers in this list. So having these events can help us kind of save ourselves against that. And then we do have a lot of 2K counters, right? Between the Mihawk, between the Hatchan, and then the Seal. All of these are really just 2K counters. You cannot play this trigger because your Hody Jones doesn't have East Blue. But it is a Fishman, so if you do need like an extra attacker, you can always summon it with the Ikaros, by the way. So that's why we kind of get this one instead of any of the 2K counters. The Mihawk can be really good as well because sometimes you can play it and be able to cheat out something like, not the Ikaros because that's 5 cost, but you can cheat out something like Hyouzou or even Daruma, which are both slash characters, right? So sometimes you're able to develop both Mihawk and one of these cards in addition to that, even when you only have 3 done to be able to do it. Camie ends up being our searcher. And the show is just another kind of Fishman there that can be a pretty nice trigger as well if the opponent, if we get lucky and hit it. And then we do have Zoro as an alternate top end win condition if the game kind of goes long enough for the Zoro. If you're able to drop the Zoro and the opponent doesn't remove it, it can be really problematic against the opponent. And I think the last card we haven't really covered is just Dosun, which is just another Fishman here. And I don't really play this card as often, so I mean you can probably cut this if you think there's something better, but it is nice as an additional Fishman if you do need a target to summon with Ikaros, or if you need to find, if you don't want to whiff your Camie search, because Camie only searches top 4, so you gotta make sure that you have enough Merfolk or Fishman so that you don't break it, right? So yeah, but anyways, that's kind of the quick breakdown here. Hody Jones is actually very fun. I think again there's a lot of pressure that you can put in with this Fishman combo, so hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. We're gonna have 2 games against Yamato and then 1 game against Katakuri, which is gonna showcase just how powerful it can be, how powerful the Daruma, the Hyouzou, and the Hody Jones can actually be once you're able to put pressure into the opponent. So hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Yamato. So, it's just a matter of can I keep myself from dying too quickly, right? For us to develop this Daruma, etc. We don't get the Daruma. I think I'm mulligan this hand. I mean, I like the 2K counters to be able to protect against the Yamato, but I don't think this is what we need, right? I don't think this is what we need, so we'll just pass. Like, you want to be able to... Ooh. Okay, so they just want to stage their life? Alright. Okay, so this is good, right? This is very good. Because we can go ahead and play this Hyouzou right away. I don't know that we actually bother with the Hody Jones stuff just yet. So I think we go here. We go for 5. We play here. It sucks losing a 2K counter. Yeah, obviously you put that on the top. So I'm guessing that's a trigger, right? Okay, so yeah, they're going to go for the cracker. So we go like this, we'll go here, pass the turn. This both have double attack now, so one of them is gonna hit me, right? So I think I just take one of the double attack hits. And that should be okay. They should always attack with this cracker first. We have a 4K counter value. This is gonna allow me to rest one of their units. Oh yeah, especially if you're attacking with cracker first, I just take that. Cool. Yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna go... Oh, wow, they actually went after that instead. Yeah, we'll go here. I respect it. This Hyouzou can be scary, right? This is only a 5K because we have the same amount of life right now. I don't technically need to use... I don't technically need to use the Hody Jones ability here, by the way. Because we can just attack into their cracker. I wonder if that's correct, or do I just go Ikaros, try to rest the Hiyori? Because the Hiyori can be annoying if the opponent has the thing, right? If I go Ikaros, I would have to rest my Hody Jones. I wouldn't have enough to get rid of this Cracker, and if the Cracker stays alive, it can be very dangerous. I can go Camie and just attack into the Cracker. I think we go Camie. I guess we'll grab the Dosun. So we can go for 7 here. Right? We can go for 7 here, see what the opponent does. Then we can go 5 and 7. Like, no matter what, this cannot survive. We know that this cannot survive because we'll have enough attacks to get through it. Like, you have to give me 2 cards here. I'll go 5 first. If the opponent counters out of that, then I'll have to go 7. I guess if the opponent has exactly another one of these. Yeah, they gave me a 2k counter. Alright, so let's just go 7. You're gonna give me all cards in your hand? I'm okay with this. Yeah, if they want to give me all cards in the hand, I'm okay with this. The problem is that I'm gonna have to take this second double attack unless the opponent goes only to 8. But if they go to like 9 or something, I'm gonna take the second double attack and I'll go down to 1 life. But going down to 1 life is scary, but not... Yeah, see, this is what I was scared about, that the opponent can get this life back. Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to kill this Hiyori last turn. What I was thinking about. This makes it easy though, because now I can just go 2k. But I guess if you're gonna just attack the Mihawk, I don't care. This cannot rest the Momonosuke. But I guess we could go Hody Jones, but it's not enough. I feel like we have to save the Hody Jones for later, and we just go for the Ikaros. And just develop... I think I developed the second Hyouzou, right? It's a 6k. Sure. Let's go like this. And we'll attack for... I guess I can do this, right? Pretty sure I can just do this and choose no targets, and it still becomes a 7k. That's pretty good to know. So I don't have to have a target for this to become a 7k, right? So we'll keep the spider web to be able to defend against a double attack. I don't think I need to go to 1 life anymore. And then next turn we'll go Hody Jones and do our thing. So the opponent gets to put the life how they want it on the top, because they took the Hiyori, of course. So they have the trigger here, which is probably going to be another card. I will give them... Do I give them the spider web right now? Do I give them the spider web right now? Like, I feel like this spider web could be so much better later, but I guess I'm going to just go... Yeah, I'm just going to go like this. We go Hody Jones and do our thing. We just have to clear their board. Right? So we'll go here. We'll rest this Hiyori, right? Then we go here. Rest this too. We'll attack here first. Remember that this can go up to 7, right? Choose no targets. Attack this for 7. You're gonna give me 2 cards? No? Okay. Attack this for 8. And just like that, we get rid of their board, and then all we have to work... I mean, I guess the opponent could have a trigger here. So this can go to 7, and this can go to 8. So I guess we'll go like this. Choose no target. Attack for 7. Opponent gets the Inurashi with a cost equal to or less than the number of your opponent's current life cards. So they can... Okay, well, I think I just go for the 8. We have... double attack, and if the opponent gets another trigger here, that's when it gets a little bit risky. Okay, if they had another trigger, they could have gone double attack and attack with the 2 units they had, and that would have been enough to finish off, right? We do have 4k counter in our hand, so I kind of feel a little bit less scared. The opponent goes for the Onami, so they have to commit to this Yamato attack. They have to go to 10. They have to go to 10. And that's still not enough to kill us, and you just die next turn. Because the blocker gets rested by the Hyouzus. So even if you have another Sanji block, if you have like a Sanji blocker or something, yeah, they have to go to 10. We get punished by the banish. But there's no way for you to restand this girl, right? And I just go down to 1 and just win. Yeah, right? Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? Only has 3 cards. I guess we can use this, right? Does this work? Yeah, it does. Okay. So if I have 0 life, it just means that I get to attack with Hody Jones, right? So the opponent put me to 0 life, and that's what I wanted to check. Like if I go to 0 life here, does this actually work? And looks like it does. So we just go for 9. That's gonna be 3 cards, and then we just attack with the rest. Yeah, this here also is so good, right? Like you get to rest anything 4 costs or less, and it becomes a 7k as well, right? So like that ends up just being such a punish for the opponent, because anything that they do, we can just beat it up, right? So GG's. In this match, we're going against Yamato. Alright, so have to somehow block their big attacks, right? I like that I have a 2k counter, but I don't have the other cards that I need, right? Which is gonna be, yeah, like there we go. We get the Daruma, we get the Muhi, and that's kind of what I need here. So I guess we'll go like this. We have double 2k counter. I guess it has to be show, right? Has to be show because everything else is a whiff. We see both no arcs going down. Interesting that this is top 4, not top 5. Yeah, so the opponent's gonna go for 8. Well, that's what I figure. That's where you go for your double 2k, and I chill. So here we can go. I mean, I might just play Daruma how it is. Yeah, maybe I just play Daruma how it is. It kind of sucks that I'm going to be taking a 2k here, but I think I have to develop this Daruma. We can develop another one next turn, right? Because next turn will trigger the Hody Jones ability, and by having this Daruma on the field, we know that we won't be... that we still going to get an attack, right? Because this is one of the most important cards that you can have in this deck, because it means that you still get an attack even when you rest your leader. So like next turn, we can go Ikaros Mushi, play the second Daruma, put a Don into this Daruma, and we're going to be attacking the Yamato for 1k twice. Now, it does mean that we're going to just go ahead and take this double attack, unfortunately. But there's no Nami to it. If I knew that the opponent was going to do that, I would have just done it the other way earlier. So, yeah, so we can now rest that, I guess. Yeah, we'll go like this. Choose no targets, right? So then we go here. We'll play another Daruma, right? We'll go put 1 here. Attack. And it gets active again. So now it's a 6k. And even though we rest our leader, we still get this double attack. And again, that's the important part. We have double 2k and a 1k. Go and find another Sanji blocker. So they do have a lot of defenses here to keep themselves alive. We will have to use... I mean, we do have this Hody Jones, right? The problem is that if we play Hody Jones, we only have 1 Dawn for one of the Darumas, because the Darumas do require a Dawn to be able to restand. That might still be worth doing, though. Might still be worth doing the Hody Jones to just get rid of their blockers, especially that... Well, I mean, the opponent has enough blockers that maybe I don't care. Opponent can go to 8, and I can give them the double 2k again. Oh, they go after the Daruma? Okay, so this makes me feel like I can just play my Hody Jones then, right? Am I missing something? We play Hody. We use this, like, we use this ability. We play Hody. We still have a 1 down here. Yeah, let's go like this. Right, so this is gonna be 6. Again, so it's gonna be 6 twice. Okay, I mean, if the opponent gives me all these 2Ks, I'm not opposed to that. Okay, well, I guess they're just gonna choose to just give me all the 2Ks. It's the same thing if I attack their leader. So I think I'll go ahead and let them do it. Wow, they really just gave me all their cards. Okay. Next turn, we technically don't have to play the Hody Jones. I guess we will. If we want to double attack with Daruma without taking a life, we can do it. The opponent's playing like a big mom version of this, right? Like a lot of puddings and stuff. Another blocker. Oh, so they're just gonna have like this wall of blockers then, right? Do we just take this? Do we say okay and take it and just... well, I guess they put us in a situation where we're probably gonna be taking too much damage next turn. I honestly think I take it. We're able to rest one of their blockers here. But do I want to keep this? Nah, let's actually rest their blocker. We do have the Hyouzou, so we can also rest another blocker. So, we can also just chaos into it. So I'm thinking we go here. That's going to be 7, right? Set up this Daruma to come down next turn. 7. We got to keep a down for the spider web. 2 down for the spider web. So... yeah, we go like this because this lets me rest the Brûlée. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll rest this forecast, right? We can put a Dawn right here too. We know that we can kill the whole board here, right? So we can go 6. We'll keep the spider web. Opponent's playing a lot of trigger cards, right? But we have a board now that I think we can go here. Because we have the spider web and we have a few 2K counters, I'm not scared whatever the opponent gets here. So even though we're at 1 life, I should be okay. Opponent could have a Dolphy, I guess, but we do have this double attack here, even if it means taking that last life, right? Opponent's even gonna give me like an AC. Yeah, so we'll give you the 1K here. Hody Jones, okay. So you probably want to rest. You probably want to deal with these Darumas, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You probably want to kill these Darumas because they have that double attack. The problem is that by doing that, they did take that last life, and now we just go... yeah, we just go like this. And that's where the spider web comes into play. It's a nice 4K counter. And we still have enough counter trigger here. So we go boom, boom. And that's the game. And there we go. Double beige. One of them was from the lag that they took from Hody. So we were able to just kind of put enough pressure. But you kind of see like the idea of what this deck is trying to do, right? The Darumas just give you so much value, allowing you to still have 2 attacks, even when you rest your Hody Jones. I do think the opponent's deck was a little bit weaker than what I like to see from Yamato. Like all these blockers and triggers is not really how you want to play Yamato. But I can also see how that could be beneficial in such a situation. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Katakuri. We don't have the things that we need. So yeah, we need Daruma and we need Hyouzou. And we got them both now. So I think this feels a lot better. We can play the Daruma. So we can attack for 5 here. Play the Daruma for 3 and start kind of putting pressure. Because the reason why the Daruma is so important in this deck is because when you rest your leader, you can still attack twice with Daruma. And that's like so good. Because it's like you didn't rest your leader at all. The Hyouzou is so important because the Hyouzou lets us just rest any of the opponent's units, right? 4 costs or less. So like next turn, we'll have enough done to actually be able to go Hyouzou, play the Hody Jones ability, and still have 1 done over to be able to have the Daruma attack twice. So we'll go ahead and play this Daruma here. If opponent has played against this deck before, I honestly would tell them just Thunderbolt this Daruma. As crazy as it sounds, it's actually kind of nutty, right? The other thing, by the way, is that if we ever go to 0 life, it means that we can start using all our abilities for free, so that's always nice. I think I just go ahead and take this 7. Choo. I don't think I play this. Okay, so, like I said, right? We're gonna go here. I guess, do I actually want to give them the Perospero value? We could also play Mihawk now, by the way. Yeah, we could play Mihawk. We could play Mihawk now and still have 2 done over. So this would become a 7k attacker. So that makes it actually better. That makes it a lot better. I guess I can just rest it without the Hyouro. I just remember that this can rest anything 3 or less, right? I still think I'll go ahead and play the Hyouzou. Yeah, so we'll go like this, right? Because we're gonna do that play, we're gonna go 7. Let's just play the Mihawk first. Well, no, I want to make sure that I attack into their life first in case I play to play around a Thunderbolt, right? Yeah, to play around a Thunderbolt, let's go like this. You have to give me 2 cards twice to be able to save this. They don't. Okay, they decide to take it. If the opponent has the Thunderbolt, they have the Thunderbolt. Well, yeah, this is the advantage, right? Like, I just rested their stuff, and I still get to attack them for 7 again. They take it. Don't trigger. And then we go Mihawk, play Hyouzou, end the turn. I guess opponent could actually attack this, but I do have enough 2k counters that I'm not afraid to save it. Because, again, the Hyouzou can be so good at just removing the opponent's stuff. I do think that they need to just go after the Daruma, right? So whatever they have here, they need to go after the Daruma. They could be playing Gedatsu, so that's one way they could kill Garuma here, right? They could just play Gedatsu. Can also kill the Hyouzou by playing the Gedatsu. So they go for... Okay, they tapped out of the Gedatsu, so I think we go ahead and save the Daruma. This guy just puts so much pressure into this Katakuri player. Oh, they went after the Hyouzou instead, so... Wow, okay, so we can just go here and here. Maybe I should have kept the Seal and just given the Hatchman first. No, the Hatchman is a better unit. So with 4 done, what do you have? It's not Gedatsu anymore. It's a Sanji, which is going to get rested by this Hyouzou, and now you're going to be very sad. Now you're going to be very sad. And we can play a second Hyouzou, right? So, yeah, we choose no targets here, of course. We'll go like this, right? So this is a 7. Yeah, let's go for 7 here first. We have another Hyouzou that we can play for 4 done. So we can give 2 done here, 1 done on the Mihawk, and just attack. See if the opponent... Let's see how many cards the opponent gives me here. Because I will have 2 more 7k attacks with the Daruma, right? So if they give me 2 cards here, the Daruma will take another 2, and then another 2. Opponent chooses not to. So at this point, in case that the opponent does have... in case that the opponent has a blocker trigger, I think we go 5. I guess I get punished here if the opponent has a Thunderbolt, right? I'm trying to see if the opponent gets another blocker. Like if they get a Sanji trigger, I also get punished if the opponent has Beige on their life now. Okay, they choose not to do anything, so I guess we'll go like this. We get to restand. 2 cards. They do it. They don't have it. So I guess we'll attack for 7 again, and then we'll play the second Hyouzou. We have 3k counter, and we have Hody Jones now. Opponent goes to 8 done, so they're not even close to Big Mom just yet. They need to start clearing my board, is what I think. They just went to 1. Yeah, they just decided to go to 1. Alright, cool. You know I can rest your blockers now, even if you kill the second Hyouzou. I can rest anything you throw at me. 11 cards. 12 here. That's a lot, though. You want to kill this Daruma again, right? That's what I keep telling you. You need to kill this Daruma. Because you're letting me get this free double attack every time. And it's just too efficient. Too much pressure. I don't think opponent are used to playing around this. I cannot save Daruma because he's a 7k attack and I can only go up to 7. But I will have this Hody Jones now, right? Yeah, so I cannot save it. We can only go up to 7, unfortunately. Gedatsu can still technically kill either one of these. I guess you always kill the Hyouzou, right? Absolutely, right? I just trashed my life. At this point, I'm in such a good position. You know what's crazy? We can kill that Big Mom with Vander Decken. Because we can go Hody Jones, into Vander Decken and just kill her. So, I actually still want to use... Yeah, so we need to do this, by the way. Just so that, because you can use this with no targets and still get it to 7k. I'm debating if I do want to kill that Big Mom. It does mean that I keep the units on the board. So I do think I actually go for it. And it also gives me another 7k attacker. Opponent goes for the Beige. That's pretty good. It's an 8k actually, right? Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go like this. And then we'll go for 8. So this still forces 2 cards out of the opponent to 2k counters, right? And not only that, they have to give me 2 2k counters, and now they have 1 less unit to clear my board with. So all they have is just Katakuri. I know you have the Choo, and there you go. So they go like this. All they have is Katakuri. So they can KO one of these cards, but not even that, because if they want to play 10 costs here, they won't be able to have enough done to actually KO either one of these. So if they play 10 costs here, they're kind of screwed. Yeah, that Vander Decken is so funny, right? Like, Vander Decken being able to KO anything is nuts. If they have Katakuri, I guess the Sanji doesn't matter, because you know I can rest it. You know I can rest the Sanji. If you go after this with just 7, I'm going to do a 2k counter, and you're going to just lose. And I think opponent's just going to lose. They put it to the bottom. Yeah, so we just go 2k, and now you're done. You can't play Thunderbolt because you have no life. You have enough for Katakuri. You play the Sanjis, and the Sanjis get rested by the Hyouzus. And yeah, so we'll just go like this. Sure. Boom. Boom, right? And then we can just go everything on the Hody Jones. 18. Good luck. Not only that, but even if they can survive this 18, we have 2 more 7k attacks here. And yeah, they got the Gedatsu a little bit too late, right? So they do play Gedatsu. If they have been able to kill Gedatsu at any point here, I think they actually would have been in a much better spot. If they were able to kill the Hyouzus, I mean, right? Like, not being able to deal with this Hyouzus kind of put them in such a bad situation, unfortunately. And that's what ended up kind of costing them the game. We also never hit into an Onami. The Onami also would have been a problem, right? So if we hit the Onami on the trigger, it could KO one of my units. The only trigger that the opponent really had was the Beige, right? So, because they played this one... I can't remember. Did they just naturally play this Onami? Yeah, or that might have been a counter. Yeah, so it really was the Beige. So we also kind of got lucky they didn't have any triggers, but we just put too much pressure. That Daruma staying on the fields for as long as he did just put so much pressure into the opponent, we were able to do what we kind of did here. So, GG. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Hody Jones. I'm going to keep this outro short and quick. You kind of get to see here a lot of the power of Daruma, Hyouzou, and also Hody Jones, allowing us to just finish up games. You kind of saw in that match against Katakuri how irrelevant the opponent's blockers can really become when you have multiple Hyouzus on the field to kind of just rest all of them, right? So very fun deck here. It does suck, right? Having to rest your leader. It kind of feels like you're playing a leader that can attack, like Rebecca or Vivi or Iceberg. But the benefit is that you don't have to always do that, right? Like if you go to 0 life, you don't actually have to use this ability because these cards are not costs. Like it's not like, oh, you have to pay a life to play their effects. You can use them as 0 life and just get value from there. So that's the benefit here, that you can still attack with this when necessary, and you get to make that choice whether attacking with him is worth it or not. So anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. We have 2 more videos of Hody Jones coming over the next couple of days. So if you want to stick around and watch that, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy your day.